All right, here we are on the last page of our study guide for Unit 2, Part 2. So our directions here for 12 through 14 say solve, show your work, and write your answer on the line. We're going to use opposite operations. The first one is 8 and 9/10 plus y equals 12 and 7/10. We're going to do the opposite of what's happening to y. So y is being added to 8 and 9/10, so we're going to subtract 8 and 9/10 on both sides of our equal sign. So that eliminates that over here, and we're just left with y on the left side of our equal sign. And we're going to subtract 8 and 9/10 from 12 and 7/10. Can't take 9 away from 7, so we borrow. 9 from 17 would be 8. Can't take 8 away from 1, we borrow, make that an 11. 8 from 11 is 3. Decimal point comes down right there, and so y is equal to 3 8/10. Remember that you can also always take this answer, plug it back in for your variable, and check to see if 8 and 9/10 plus 3 8/10 does equal 12 and 7/10 to double check your work. Over here we have x minus 2 and 6/10 equals 4 and 16/100. We're subtracting from the variables, so we're going to do the opposite of that and add. We have to add on both sides of the equal sign, lining up my decimal points there. This is eliminated over here. We have x on the left side of the equal sign, and we're going to add 4 and 16/100 to 2 and 6/10. So this is like $4.16 plus $2.60. Add this up, put a 0 here, 6, 6 and 1 is 7, bring down that decimal point, 4 and 2 is 6. So 6 and 76/100 is what our x will equal. All right, next one, we are dividing into the variables being divided by 7 and 18/100. So we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to multiply by 7 and 18/100 on both sides of the equal sign. That eliminates this over here, and we just have m left on this side of the equal sign. We're going to multiply 5 and 1/10 by 7 and 18/100. I'm going to do that over here where I have a little more room. I like the number with more digits on the top because it makes less work for me when I'm doing my multiplication problem. I'm going to treat this like 718 times 51. I'm ignoring those decimal points. 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 7 is 7, a 0 because I'm moving over a digit. 5 times 8 is 40, put down my 0, carry my 4. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. 5 times 7 is 35. Kind of running into my problem there. 8, 1, 16, 6, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 36 and 600. That should be a 1, shouldn't it? 618 thousandths. Alrighty, so 36.618. Not sure why I wrote an 8 there. That should be a 1 there, guys. All right, next set of problems. First one says John's average mile is 8 and 67/100 minutes. Jeremiah's average mile is 11 and 4/10 minutes. How much faster is John's than Jeremiah's? So we're going to find the difference between the two. So we're going to take our 11 and 4/10 and we're going to subtract our 8 and 67/100. Put a 0 here for a placeholder. Notice I lined up the decimal points and let the numbers fall where they did. I didn't line up the numbers. All right, so this is not 7. We have to borrow, and we subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. Can't take 6 away from 3, so I borrow again. 6 from 13 is 7. Bring my decimal point down, and 8 from 10 is 2. So John's average is 2 and 73/100 minutes less than Jeremiah's. All right, the corn stalk grew to a height of 28 and 8/10 feet. If the corn stalk grew for 80 days on average, boy, when you see that on average, you might want to think about dividing there. How much did the stalk grow each day? So this clues us into a division problem, and we're looking for each day. When you're looking for what happens in 1 day or 1 mile, you're probably looking at a division problem. And sure enough, we're going to take the number of feet that the corn stalk grew, and we're going to divide it by the number of days that it grew to find out how many feet it grew each day. And so I don't have any decimals out here, so I just raised that to the roof. 8 divides into 28. 8 times 3 is 24, so I think we'll start with 3. Now 80 won't divide into 2, 80 won't divide into 28, so we're going all the way to this 288, or the 8 there, that digit. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Subtract 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. Add a 0. We don't need to add a decimal point because we already have one. Bring it down. 8 divides into 48 6 times, so 880 times 6 is 480. And so our stock grew an average of 3,600 feet each day. All right, guys, that's the study guide we have in our test real soon in class. See you then.